All right, and welcome back. So, in game, you're having a wonderfully grotesque dinner. Okay. Granny comes out and serves what appear to be monkey heads that she pops the top of them off, and they're cooked monkey brains inside. They're actually really good tasting when you try them. Kind of a nutty flavor. And stringy.
Noodles.
Yeah, there's noodles. They wiggle.
Worms.
Yeah. So you're all enjoying your dinner nicely. And then all of a sudden you hear what sounds to be a commotion outside. Like the sound of people yelling in the distance.
Okay.
Just looking around.
Do they seem bothered?
Do they have a window looking outside there?
Yep, at the end, those two windows. I look down.
Alright.
Gramps, did we order a party?
Make a perception roll, whoever's taking a peek.
Nope, 5.
21.
13.
So, everyone except for the Skeksies notices what's going on. You see a bunch of what looks to be torch-wielding farmers
That's
coming up in the dead of night.
Human?
Yeah,
Human or humanoid?
human.
Did we travel back in time or something?
Everyone you've met today is human.
Gramps, you guys piss off a lot of people? Or did we do it on the way here?
She looks out. It looks like the townspeople came up to visit.
they have a bunch of torches.
Idiots, I already
Now that
figured
they
out
pointed
this
out,
place
can I
won't burn.
see that?
Yeah,
Are they holding like pitchforks and weapons and stuff?
yeah. So Zemog gets up, goes to the front door, and goes up and starts talking to them. As soon as he gets within 10 feet of them, they attack.
All of a sudden, the assembled townspeople start hurling pitchforks and sickles at Zemog from where they're all gathered. They are chanting and screaming about monsters and burning the scourge on the vineyards and
Destroy the interlopers.
I'm gonna get up.
Gonna kill our children.
That's my brother, you can't do that!
Oh,
I'm gonna
burn
get
to the
up.
ground.
Start walking to the door, bow up here in hand.
I'll
Knock
follow.
back 3 arrows.
as you guys are walking to the door, you notice that sitting at a table in the corner, there are the creepy girl with the scalp and the little boy from the bald boy from earlier. You notice that the bald boy gets a really gleeful smile and then runs into a little trapdoor built into the wall and disappears. The little girl stands up, and for the first time on her perfectly emotionless face, she puts down the apple, smiles, and just starts to float towards the wall.
We're gonna have some fun now, kiddies!
Make a charisma check, everyone that saw her smile.
Charisma?
10.
16?
Not 20.
12.
So 21 total.
Okay, so 21, 16,
12.
12,
10.
10. Okay. The two of you, when you see her smile, send shivers up your spine, and it's the creepiest fucking thing you've ever used. Ever seen. You are now afraid of her and cannot move yourself any closer towards her.
Okay, well, I'm not
man, I
going towards her.
loved
I'm
her.
going towards the front door.
Cursed kid.
I liked her, too.
The two of you. Oh. Wonder what she's happy about.
Yeah.
And then it recurs to you. You have a feeling you might not want to know.
He does.
So, from the front, as you start approaching the entrance, do any of else, would you want to move in a direction or do anything? We'll just run the table.
Following.
So following,
Can
or
I use
you
minor
hanging? That's where
illusion
you're at
to
now.
make
I'm gonna go a
myself...
couple steps up.
Can I
Okay.
use minor illusion to make myself back to normal? or remove the minor illusion I was using to make myself all colorful and alive looking. I still had that up. I never took it down.
An illusion spell only lasts for like an hour or so, so that would have faded by now.
Long time
So you
ago.
look normal.
Oh, so I look withered and everything.
So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna.
How many spell
Start
points did it
walking up
cost
to
me
the
to
front
suck
door?
the flames out of those?
So as you three approach the front door, you notice that
It
Zimog
would
comes
be a
walking
cast
back.
per torch.
He's got a pitchfork hanging out of his
Or you
stomach,
can do
a
an
sickle
AoE
hanging out of
for
his
one
side,
flame.
and what appears to be an arrow in his heart.
Are you okay?
Need help there?
He looks at you impassionately with a kind of a sad thing and makes the comment, "The villagers seem rather perturbed today." As he nonchalantly just kind of waves his hand, as you notice that all the villagers in the front are gathering and getting ready to run up the stairs.
I had 3 arrows knocked back. I'm gonna shoot them at their feet.
You're still technically inside.
Door's open.
Yep. So Zimog walks in, casually pulling out the sickles as you walk out.
Yeah.
From where you walk out from the top of the stairs, which is about
Can I-
this
Can I
there.
go out that side?
Yep.
So
Which
you're
one do you
looking
follow?
at
I'll follow her.
7 spell points.
So as you head up front, you notice that there
in
are
order to
approximately
do
24 villagers.
AoE of 25.
All gathered in, some of them carrying
10-foot
rusty
radius.
weapons that seem to be
25
passed
foot
down from
radius
their
would be
families.
9
A couple of them
spell
seem decently dressed, like they might be members of royal families or nobility, but they're all very pissed off and they're
Right. They better
chanting
just
war
throw
cries as
firewall
they're charging up the stairs.
Soul command. Soul command. Stop.
So how do you want to cast that then? Because
It's a verbal command cast.
to one person.
No, it's a radius to whoever who hears it.
No, it's a
No, it's a targeted attack.
Yeah.
I mean, what you could do is add a few spell points to make it an AoE,
Yeah.
and then well, that's different. If you cast it, it's one.
Alright,
If you
so-
upgrade it. How are you doing it?
In order to upgrade the radius to a 10-foot radius, where it would be dispersed across all in the radius, it'd be an additional 4 spell points.
Yeah, I'll do that.
25-foot radius would be 9 spell points.
I'm just gonna do.
The 10-foot radius will get you
Yeah.
about 4 guys.
I wanna go to the 4 that are closest.
Okay, so they each get a wisdom save.
14. You have to make it over a 14 or above.
Okay, so
One of them made it.
the 4 coming up here stop suddenly. The people behind them are charging forward but having problems getting past the group that are just solidly frozen right there. One of them is trying to struggle, but 3 of them just seem completely stone petrified, as if their bodies are not responding to what the soul is. The others are coming around the other side, though.
Those are your
He's doing
problems,
the
Faye.
combat.
I
I'm
figured.
just asking how many spell points.
For what?
And there seems to be about 6 guys coming up the stairs right now.
Are they close to me?
They are moving up towards you right now.
10-foot
So you can move toward them.
Would be 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna move toward them.
Spell
and
points?
I'm trying to go a widespread attack.
Damn.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah. When you're doing a radius, it becomes
Well, for the first
More.
one.
Okay.
costly by far. Like a 10-foot cube would be an
22 for the
additional
second
8
swing?
spell points.
Okay, so you swing wide twice and you hit both of them. Roll damage.
I need another 8.
You could have taken any of mine.
Do you want to do rotate initiative or
16
just
for
in a
the-
rotation?
Just doing rotation.
So for the first hit is a 16,
Okay.
and the second one is 6.
So the one right here that you slashed first, they took the original damage from the hit.
Yeah.
They basically keel over, drop to a knee. The other guy gashed open, but he's still there. 3 more charging up the stairs, trying to get past the group. Sky, on your end, just so you know, 3 people are trying to push the 3 aside to get up the stairs. But, Fee,
Yeah.
what's your DC?
21.
Okay. So they throw a bunch of pitchforks in your direction, but none of them get close to you. One of them goes flying by you, Sky, but misses. And yeah, you're basically barely above the banister, so they can't even see you, basically.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Element of
So which one
surprise.
killed over?
This one is on her knee.
Okay.
This one is wounded, but... And there are more coming up the stairs. Anything to add?
What?
You good?
What?
I didn't know if there was something you wanted to add.
No, I'm just watching at this
Alright,
point.
oh, you, man. What are you doing, Joe?
10-foot wall fire.
Alright, so...
Damage.
Oh, you want to cast Wildfire? Alright,
Pump in 4.
alright, roll for it.
So that's a total of 12 spell points for your wall.
No, it's only so regular size. Over here, only two squares.
10-foot cube. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so you basically just put a 10-foot cube there?
With damage.
Okay, are you casting it on the guys or on the
Yep.
stairs in front of them?
On the stairs right in front of them to stop them from running.
So it's just a 10-foot cube? Alright, you have a blazing 10-foot cube. You're not
Fire
affected by
erupts
it,
in the stairwell,
which is
creating a
good.
wall of flame that gives off a
Whole lot of heat.
lot of heat.
Because now we're forcing them to come through one way, not two.
So the two here that you petrified aren't able to move back, so they stay...
Stay put.
They
They
can
take-
technically make a roll to move. They have to
You
make...
have them petrified.
No, it's soul command. They can still make a roll to get out of it.
They rolled 3s again. I did roll for them. So one guy does manage to break the hold and move back. The others do kind of take a step back. The two here don't, and you see that smoke coming off their skin, hair singeing, and they're just kind of stuck, petrified, burning.
Nothing I like more than burnt flesh. Huh, Graham?
The others are all gathering at the other top. Make a perception check for everyone outside, which is pretty much everyone at this point.
8.
12.
You make it.
23.
Yep, you can roll the advantage actually because it's happening right next to you. Nope. So you notice actually with the 7-year-old, so you guys rolled above a 9, right?
Yeah.
And with my 5 for perception, it's 12.
You notice that 6 of the guys are now moving up to the side of the wall and lifting themselves up, trying to climb up. It is like a good 10 foot, but they're over there with pitchforks making a makeshift ladder to move their way up. And it looks like by the next round, someone's going to actually be hoisted up top, so they're coming in through over the wall too.
Then I'm gonna head over there. Actually, technically,
It's your turn
Greg's
now, but-
yeah, so.
Yep, go ahead, man.
There's currently a wall of fire in front of me.
Yes, that doesn't affect you at all.
Alright, and there are some guys.
On the other side of it.
And
Cooking.
How many guys?
There's 2 guys that are petrified, kind of about a 5 foot away from the wall, but kind of burning. They're gonna roll again in the next turn to take damage, unless they can roll out of it. The rest of them you can kind of vaguely see are gathered and trying to move up the other side because of the Wall of Fame.
Might as well take care of those guys now.
Those 2?
Yeah. So I will.
Why attack 2 that are probably gonna be stuck in the flame when you can go after the people who are trying to climb?
I think it's closer to that.
Let them out.
Because look at the shot he has with flamethrower.
Yeah, with flamethrower right now, you got like 6 guys you can hit.
So I'm gonna
Dump more
I'm gonna
points into
leap
it.
forward from the flame, and I'm gonna put
Wouldn't that be an intimidation attack too? Him walking through the flame or
His little
burst
red
out of it.
cobalt.
screeching. This is fun. Look at this shit.
So 2 guys see the cobalt. The petrified guys did not roll out of it. The 2 guys over here see the cobalt jump out of the flame and they jump back from the main group. 2 of the other guys seem unfazed by it and they are basically hiding behind the 2 that are so petrified. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna pump 4 extra points into it and cast flamethrower down the stairs at the guys.
So from where you're
everyone in a
at,
15-foot cone has to make a dex saving throw
cone. So it
for
widens.
half damage.
okay. So yep, you have about 7 targets.
Awesome.
But you can't roll your. Do you have to roll for it? Flamethrower's an attack, right?
No, it's cast.
Oh, so
So that's why I have to make a dex
Oh,
roll
yeah.
to dodge it.
those guys are dead probably.
What's your spell difficulty?
12.
Yeah, so they have to roll over a 12.
So these 2 get out of the way. This guy gets out of the way.
The rest don't.
Yeah, the 4 there are
Damage.
pretty well in fucked.
5d6.
Yep.
Or do you have the D8 for damage yet?
No, I have D6.
Okay.
So,
Need
two more?
Got one here.
Nice.
8,
Plus your
15.
spell mod, right?
15, so 19.
So these two that were being roasted, they just disintegrate approximately a cone, half a circle through either of the middle of them, and they're dead. These guys both take enough damage to go down. That guy's dead. And this guy is barely standing as he's the one at the end. And those guys are both singed, but both alive.
So, curious question about your fire. Will it hurt anyone in the party? Okay.
Fire burn.
So what are you doing, Sky?
I'm gonna go around.
You can just go right through
Yeah.
those two doors. And you notice at this point, one of them is just about to hop over the railing, and the rest are all gathered.
Kick them.
Kick him in the balls.
Shot right to the head.
Okay.
Do I get an advantage because if it's a target shot?
But from that close.
Do I get an
though.
advantage if it's target shot? Especially
Um,
to the head?
at that
range?
range, that's through a wall.
No,
No.
he's climbing up a railing, so he's on like a fence climbing up right now, and she wants to pick him in the head. He's literally not defensive at the moment.
Kind of hard to be.
Yeah,
Probably.
not advantage. That would be a basic attack. Because
Okay, fine.
at that point, even coming up the railing, that's like half cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
So nothing that I see there would work to your benefit.
No. I just rolled a 1.
And you fired an arrow?
3.
As you release, your bow just turns to a pool of blood.
Ah!
Deduct twice the amount of so you use 3. So this costs you 6 blood points, blood charges, and you'll have to reform your bow in the next round.
Great, lovely.
At least you only have to reform it. It just didn't disappear completely.
Don't jinx me.
Don't roll another one.
Did you turn again?
I was changing the song. You're now in combat. I switched to combat.
So Dead Space.
If it wasn't copyrighted, I would have.
So
So what are we doing?
yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you?
gonna make another widespread attack at the first two in front of me first.
Okay.
30, 20 for the first one.
Yep.
19 for the second one.
Yep, you hit.
Wrong for the total damage.
Okay.
And 11.
Okay. So basically, the one that was originally downed, you just slash open her neck. She drops down, just a peasant woman carrying a rusty sword.
That's a bonus action. I use my spirit summon as a cantrip though.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm just gonna roll and like ask for any like gelph harder than the
Okay.
sword.
19. You reach in, and out comes the spirit of a gelph warrior carrying a two-handed sword.
I'm gonna point at the humans in front of us. Can you help us attack them?
Make an attack roll. +2.
+2, so 14.
That would work on one of the guys.
Okay. D10 damage.
Yeah.
9,
+2.
11.
So your spirit warrior comes out of your sword, runs forward, slices open a guy. He's pretty dead, but he's still half standing. Probably a few hit points left, kind of deal. Alright. I really shouldn't use this dice. This is just comical. No, everyone's just horribly missing. But so, where you Sky's at, another guy's trying to come up. This guy's now up and runs forward and swings at you. What's your
18.
Yep. He hits you. Take 3 damage. V,
Yeah.
take. Just rolled a nat 20. 6 damage from an arrow as one of this archer shoots up at you.
That's piercing.
Yep.
So
take,
that's 3.
Yep, take 3 damage as you have an advantage. These 2 guys that were running away originally were scared, come running forward, and they swing at the kobold.
What's your DC?
What's your DC?
Not that much.
Sorry, dude. You were there.
15.
Yeah, one of them swings a short sword at you and hits you. The other one misses.
Okay.
Take 5 damage. This one. Mind you, you just have to run backwards if you want to get cover.
I've got a good.
Only you can hide there, too.
Yeah, right.
I've got a good personal escape spot.
Yep.
And no one's gonna
And
bother
the
trying to
fire will
follow
heal
you.
you.
That is cheap.
By the way, did you spend an extra spell point in order to maintain it?
I will.
Because concentration, you have to spend a spell point per round to maintain it.
Any NPC actions you want to run, or are you good?
No, they're just kind of watching.
Okay.
At this point, they don't look like they have to get involved too much.
Nope. Okay. Joe, you, man.
He's planning.
Well, go for it, then.
Dim door.
Hmm?
Dim door.
Oh. Okay.
No, can I still cast?
Yeah, that's a move.
That was
that's
a
a
movement.
bonus action movement.
So, yeah.
Already that. So now, all these guys heading out.
Yep.
They're trying.
I'm trying.
Let's see. We're gonna go with a wall of flames.
Another
Okay.
one?
Yeah,
That's
this
going to
one.
drop your other one.
I just wanted to poof in, poof out.
A
Kind
wall.
of like a wannabe fireball, but gone.
Your wall of flame, though, is a concentration spell. If you're creating a wall of it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to drop one in order to cast that one again. If you're casting a secondary type of spell, like a flame ball or
fire strike.
yeah,
All right.
or charging up your aura for something. Because as far as I know, you don't have your aura active either.
Nope. All right. We'll just throw flame strike over there. Well, I ain't moving any closer though.
That's fine.
I wanted to make sure it was out of that 30-foot range.
And not like anyone would expect you to poof behind them. So, alright, go ahead.
So 6 plus 12.
So, total of 12?
Yep.
Alright, just makes it on that guy. Go ahead.
Warming them up.
10.
10?
Oh yeah, plus my spell mod. 18.
Okay. This guy that you were firing at?
Yep.
You just end up smashing him straight in the back with a flame burst. He all of a sudden envelops in flame because he was already damaged from your attack earlier, and he just drops down with a flaming hole in the back of his back. Dead center. Very dead. Alright. Shaman, what are we doing?
Alright, so I've got this dude right in front of me who just swung at me.
Yep, and
And one-
cast you open on the shoulder.
Give him a hug.
You can.
I could.
start running through, flaming on.
Yeah, I'll flame on. Use my inner flame thing, and I'll leap up. I'll try to grab onto his face.
Okay, make a... Is that your cantrip? What do you don't have to roll for? You have flame on.
Inner
thing.
flame.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Falls
that's...
under that.
How much points do you want to put into it? Because it's not going to do that much. It just says D6.
3 into it.
Alright, so... Okay, then make a... Attack dex roll? I guess would be the terminology for it, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll dex to attack. Because you're jumping up to him.
21.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother to do the math, but, so do you want me to just stop it out?
Yeah,
Sure.
You run up, because you already wounded this dude before. He doesn't have the HP for it. You run up, grab his face, and then just flame as hard as you can, and you watch as his eyeballs melt, and his skin of his face starts
What?
dropping off of his skull. And within about 3 seconds, you're holding a lot more bone in your hand than you were a minute ago. And there's chars, finger marks on the side of it. He drops.
Does that scare the one behind him off, maybe?
It's like the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
He hasn't run. He could be petrified to his feet. You don't know. He is just staring in confusion at the wall of fire and this charman who just melted someone's face. So, yeah.
Good little
Any other actions? Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. Scott, what are we doing?
Reform my bow.
Okay.
And instead of using arrows, I'm gonna cut. I'm going to attack with the sharp part.
How much blood do you want to put in then?
I don't.
Oh no, is that? Oh, no,
No.
sorry.
That's just the bow itself. Actually,
The concept should hypothetically be the same if you think about it.
Should be.
You make it a glove or whatever. It has a sword. What is the arrows made out of? Blood. Why couldn't the sword be made out of blood? Using the same thing.
the bow has sharp parts to it. I'm using the sharp parts to attack.
Okay.
I'm actually using the razor wire to attack. I'm gonna go for his throat and kind of just
Okay.
wrap it around and pull.
He's a common farmer. So,
So that is a dexterity roll, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, it's a finesse weapon.
19.
yep, roll damage.
Okay. Melee is a d10. 9.
Plus your dex bonus.
11.
Actually, it would be a bow bonus, wouldn't it then? But anyways,
It's her job to keep
Yeah.
track of her math.
2. It's dex. I had dex. So, 11.
okay. You gash him open and take a big chunk of his arm. He's barely standing, but he's still alive.
I used the razor wire around his neck and I pulled.
Oh, you did specify you
Yeah, I
wanted to
did.
try to catch one of the neck?
Yeah.
Okay. So you slit open his throat. His head falls to the side, barely held on by the sinew of his spine. He drops.
Make a strength roll. It didn't fully go through, so now you have the weight of his body falling, pulling the bow down. So a strength check to either see if you...
8.
So that would be just enough to hold on to it, but you're kind of pulled forward a little bit with it.
So can I just kind of tug up a little?
That'll be your next
Okay.
turn.
I use my throw with the cantrip, but add more spell points into it to like make a vine wall right up on the banister right there.
Yeah? Do you have a plant that you have to... a seed that you're going to plant there?
With I'm gonna put one of the bud seeds there.
The what?
Have the bud seeds or have the ironwood acorns. Which one would work?
You can always grow the roses that are over there. Rose.
I need a seed.
Or a plant
There are
piece.
rose bushes over
Is
there.
there any flower around nearby?
Rose petal.
It's not just gonna run down here to grab a rose just to run back up.
At the top of the stairway?
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Quick look behind you, you can see that there are a couple of the roses that had been clipped off from the tree and de-petaled sitting right next on the shelf or about 5 feet behind you.
Can I
So you
grab
can use your
those
movement speed to grab it.
Can I run over, grab those, and like throw them on the banister to grow them into giant vines?
Okay, so you want to grow the, alright, make the roll. Spell roll. Are you throwing them on the banister or on a person?
Oh, right in here. The people.
Right into the group of people?
Yep. So dirty 20.
Okay. The rose bush grows from the center of them. A thorny bush that's about 3 foot by 3 foot diameter.
I wanted the.
That'd be modified growth.
Is it too? I can't use my modifier growth for that. Wait, actually, I think I could because my plant growth was a cantrip. Right?
You can only cast 1 spell per round.
Oh, okay. Can I smack someone with my sword then?
No, you used your action to cast.
Okay. I'll just stand there.
Your spirit warrior's still out, right?
Yeah.
Could
You could bonus action, you can attack with him.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to have him attack. Can he do a wide attack? Like I do?
You can try.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If he doesn't hit the first one, then he doesn't get a
Are
subsequent.
you trying to hit both of them with a wide swing?
Yeah.
You can reroll on the one that's the female right here. She's already on her knee, so she have advantage. But the other guy you won't be able to hit no matter what at that.
No, even sweeping strike, she has to hit the first target,
Oh, that's
and then
right.
it's disadvantage for every target afterwards until she
Okay.
stops hitting him.
Okay.
Well, that sucks. Okay. Because
Yep.
I just got.
No, so...
No, it's like a trigger attack.
Okay, so... Yep, no, they're both alive at the moment. Just figured I'd make it easier. These guys are still trying to make their way up the stairs, but having trouble with all the bodies that are there now. But one of them... So 2 more guys get up here. And 2 of them attack you. Sky.
18 or above.
Both of them miss. One charges forward at you, Charmander. What's your DC?
15.
Didn't make high enough. He just misses you. Joe, one of them turns around, sees you, shoots an arrow at you. Take... I don't know where the dice went, so 5 damage.
Could he hit my blur?
I don't remember you saying you activated
You had
blur.
no auras active, right?
The ring.
You have to
That was
activate
before.
it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was already out of.
Oh.
No, it's not an auto activate.
Okay.
You have to activate it.
Yep, there it is. Yep. Okay, how much?
5 damage.
Okay.
Piercing, if it matters. Alright, and top of the order, Joe, go ahead. This is the one that shot you, by the way.
And we'll do another fire blast at him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and go ahead, damage.
$17. Right? Yeah. 11, 18. Sorry.
Alright, the very scared peasant hunter that you just threw a fireball at looks really shocked as your fireball envelops him in flame. His skin begins to torch, and he lights as he screams in agony and drops. Yep. Everyone else is previously engaged or trying to climb and stuff, so they don't notice. Charmander, what are you doing?
Alright, so the guy who just attacked me, he just barely missed, so he's like close to me?
Yeah, he's within 5 feet, basically trying to stay out of the flame wall that's still up, but swinging at you when he can.
I'm still on fire from my
Yes.
human sword. I'm going to use my claw attack, try to up his face.
Okay,
And you still have inner fire still going.
Yeah.
Your inner fire still going?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that cost spell points to keep active?
No.
Doesn't mention that.
Okay, just double checking. Yep, so go for the attack.
16.
Yep. Roll damage. Actually, is it the full 66 or whatever?
Yeah.
And you try to went for his face, right?
Yeah?
You scratch, and as you scrape into his neck, you see that skin begins to pop and burn because you still have the heat on. I'm just going to make it easy, and trust me, it'll get more complicated very shortly. So yeah, as you rip in your claws into him, you see that burn marks and scorch marks rip down his side of his neck. His leather tunic catches on fire from your heat as you scrape into his neck. and he drops as when you get your final claw up into his neck, you watch blood vessels burst and pop because you caught his carotid.
Awesome.
I'm gonna kind of call out, where are all these humans coming from?
Honestly, you're gonna have to make a check because honestly, there's lots of people screaming right now and talking about burning in the monsters. It would be hard for you to get your voice heard by anyone except
what's
Fee.
happening.
And the other two are 40 feet away.
I'm just surrounded by charred bodies now.
Yes. Yes, you are. That is literally all that's around you. There's 6 dead charred bodies in your
My turn.
collection. Yep.
I'm gonna do kind of like a swing attack because I got blades at the end of my bow. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of go do a swing.
Okay, go for it.
Please
Dexterity.
don't overswing.
Yeah, don't fumble.
May hit me.
You're throwing that one, you probably will.
5, 7.
You know what? It's a very smooth swing. You're almost proud of yourself on how smooth it was. Except it went completely around the 2 guys in front of you.
Damn me and my height.
Yep, it was a
went
beautiful
over
swing
them.
though.
It went over them. I'm too tall.
Let's go with that.
Damn me and my
Yep.
height.
3 inches above both their
As
heads.
a bonus action, can I intimidate?
You can try. How are you intimidating them though? You have to explain that because otherwise you're just saying intimidate.
Big bird monster go roar.
Okay. Okay.
$16.
So one guy immediately sees you and is horrified and dives off of the platform, landing on his face. One of them takes a step back, and the other seems, this female who looks to be wearing a rusty shield and sword doesn't seem phased. Hey.
Can I stab the female right there?
Yeah, she's the one that...
Thank you.
I'm gonna just swing at her with both.
Okay.
Dirty 20 for the first one. And no.
No.
Yeah, so your first strike roll damage for that one.
$15.
Your sword cleaves deep into her, and you see that your sword's probably about 1.5 feet into her side as you see her start coughing up blood. Make a strength check. She was trying to hold on to your sword.
24.
You did not let her. She's now in 2 pieces.
Don't touch my sword.
Alright, so this guy kind of gets his head on straight and charges forward, does a wide swing at the both of you since you guys are that close to each other. With it, what appears to be a slightly rusty 2-handed sword. He misses both of you. I'm just going to stay with that simply. This guy gets up and begins to start running off down the way.
No witnesses.
No witnesses.
No survivors.
I'll shoot him in a minute.
2 guys start climbing up the platform with a lot of haste. Does your spirit guy have any form? Like if they swung at him, can they kill him? Out of curiosity, that's something I don't
it's a
know. I just figured I'd
spirit.
check. So if they swing at it, it won't do
It
anything.
won't take damage.
That's funny that two guys swing at your spirit guy. Neither of them hit it to notice it's fake.
Oh, it's real. It's just
Ethereal.
They didn't even hit it, regardless.
it's only gonna take magical type damage that would dispel it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. This guy tries to throw something at you too, misses completely. It seems like he just pulled a knife out and tried. And this one runs over to Charmander, so you know he can join the bio party in a moment, and misses horribly. So, all of you now I'm done with the NPCs at the moment. All of you make a perception check. Tell me if you get over 10.
13.
1.
4.
19.
11.
4.
No.
That dude is really big in front of you. The rest of you realize, coming in down the road, it seems to be armed troops. They're down this way, so they're farther than you. Don't worry. They're not within any type of range of you. But you realize that there's armed soldiers that seem like they're mercenaries, hired guards. There's at least about, maybe more than 20 of them.
Oh, shit.
And they're coming in fully stocked, armored, shields, long swords. Well, I'm not even done. Come on, don't get pounded yet. Still got a long way to go. Jesus Christ. And they're coming down the road. They notice that there are at least 3 guys in front that seem like they're leaders. They're not that close. But,
gotcha.
yep, you hear the marching of boots, heavy metal, plate armor coming up from the main path that led into the manor. Okay, Joe, your turn. That was all. But you do see, you at your 19 see them entering the long road that led there, so and you hear them first, and you can tell it's definitely a big group of armed men.
Looks pretty good.
So it's going to take more than one round to get to me?
Yes, they're at least a couple rounds away, give or take. But they're marching and they are moving. You hear the steady thump of marching.
So. Hi, bitches! Sheet of ice on the ground.
Okay.
It's like right as you turn, you just like throw a spell and have ice.
So how much? A 10-foot cube? Or I mean, right now
A
you're
sheet
outside.
of
So
I'm going to
there's
go 20.
20.
So that's 9 spell
across the
points.
round?
Yeah, a sheet of ice on the ground.
And I want it right in front of them where they're at now.
Okay.
So 9 spell points?
Yep.
It's worth it.
You don't have to roll for that. It's AoE.
Oh,
You're not
for you,
casting
it's a
against
dirty
anybody.
20 too. Well, actually, clean 20. Never mind.
So you are freezing the terrain in front of them,
Yes. So now,
which
Terrain
makes it
down
difficult
something.
terrain. So
Yep.
it's going to be twice their movement to get through it.
Yep.
So you might want to put a marker out there.
and I'm going to drop firewall.
I
Yep.
can put a couple sheets of sticky notes to show it's rough terrain.
Don't waste those sticky notes.
Oh, that works too.
Let's say it's 20 feet. That's
That's about right.
about right. So, yeah, okay. So, all of a sudden, the group, as they're marching, you can see this at your 19, since you're still looking at them.
Right.
The first 2, 4, or 5 guys that go through, like, all of a sudden start slipping. The one that seems to be the head leader stabs his sword into the ground to steady himself, calls out commands in a rough language that you can't really make out at your distance because it's still about 50 feet away from you.
Right.
But all of a sudden, all the men, they put their shields down, kind of crouch forward, and slow down to compensate for the rough terrain. And they slowly make their way through. So about, at least a couple more rounds.
Did what I wanted it to do.
Yep.
Now.
Bought us some more time.
Yep. Do I have another action? Dim door back out.
That was
Okay.
your action.
Alright, that's
Dimension
what I
door
was
back would be bonus action.
Yeah, you could do that as your
And
movement bonus, so yeah.
Yep. That's from
Yeah, a little help.
back here.
Getting a little help from inside would be nice.
Well, I was trying to take them out from behind until they showed up. I was trying to stop people from, as many getting up there.
Any other actions, or are you good for now?
No, that's it for me.
And your flame thing went away, I
Yeah.
think. Okay. So it gets cold behind you. Your turn.
Alright.
Sorry, pal.
So, I'm just gonna add this next guy to the pile. I'm gonna try to.
You could light the bodies on fire.
Most of them are charring, not
Actually,
burning.
right now, all of them are pretty much still slightly burning.
So,
As
on
well
fire,
as
I'm
the-
gonna try to leap up onto him, like grab him around the waist.
do a dex melee attack, I guess. That's the best way I can describe it.
Hey,
Nat 20?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that you grab him, and then you just overcharge, and you feel your arms getting closer to your chest, closer to your chest, closer to your chest, and then you also hugging yourself, and you watch, and there's 2 hand-sized burn-throughs of the guy in front of you that you are now hugging yourself as his upper body sort of drops before his lower body catches up. And you are now surrounded by 7 charred, burning corpses that are mixed between either flaming or just charcoal.
Just let out a war cry over all of my corpses. As best a war cry as a kobold could manage.
This guy seems kind of scared as he looks over and sees the piled corpses around this 3.5-foot tall kobold screaming.
Yeah.
Doesn't run, he just looks at you really concerned. Sky, what are you doing?
Keeping track of your used spell points, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Your turn. And there's a guy up in your face.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Punch him. Dagger to the throat.
That's what I was double checking.
Like your weapon, or do you want to pull out a dagger?
Dagger
And
to
when I
the
drop the
throat.
wall.
Don't we have
Okay,
a
he's in melee
bow?
range.
Yeah, I do have a bow, but he too close.
I can slice.
You can melee with your bow. Then he is within range.
Fine, I guess I can melee with my bow.
It does more damage than a dagger.
I'll wrap the razor wire cord around his neck.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I could have sworn you've been melee with the bow.
What'd you roll? You cleave off his head. It's immaculate. It's almost like you just take this bow
String. It's
String.
literally.
and you just straight up Japanese style shink, and his head drops off his head. He walks 1 step forward. You see this because you're that close. And then he just falls sideways. His head actually falls and rolls off the railing.
I'm gonna look at the guy coming up the railing and be like, "Do you really want to do this?"
Both of the 2 that are all actually will be up by the time my turn comes up. They'll be getting on the railing. But I'll be nice. Yeah, no, they both rolled really high to be unintimidated by it. 1918. So sorry. I tried. But yep, they're scurrying up top. Fee, what are you doing?
How far away are they from
You're here.
me? Yep.
There are literally 4 bodies around you. Your spirit guy is on the stairs. Sky's next to you. You tell me what you want to do.
I can't walk over the bodies to get to the 2 climbing up the rail, right?
Your spirit guy's in the way, but technically you
No,
could.
over this way.
Oh, yeah, you could walk over the bodies.
I'm gonna do that and just swing at both of them when they're coming up.
You won't be able to do that because one's closer than the other, but you can swing at one of them.
Swing at that one then.
Okay. That's the male.
Nope, for the first swing.
And he's at half cover.
No, for the second swing.
Nope. So, yeah. So, basically, as he scurries up, you swing. And just, right over that way, over him. So, yep. Nope, he's on. You missed.
No.
And he's scurrying up. Yeah, so as this guy throws himself up, he swings his sword. He swings it. What's your D?
21.
Okay. He misses.
It bounces off.
Yeah,
me?
it bounces off your armor. It was close. You got 20. But it bounces off your armor, doesn't do any damage.
Was it a nat 20 or a dirty 20?
Dirty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was not 20, would have hit you.
Yeah.
The other one does manage to scurry up, but she has a little trouble. You see her, Sky, coming up, but she's not able to attack yet, because she
Oh
didn't roll high.
wait, he swung at me and he hit, right?
No, he just missed.
His sword bounced off me though, right? So would that count as being hit by it?
Yes.
Technically,
So
yeah.
I can use my counter strike against him.
Yes, you can. Go for it. yes, you can.
Good thinking, Fee.
It was high enough. I didn't want to say you missed completely, but
23 for the first swing.
roll damage.
That was a 19?
18.
18?
With my +5.
Okay, so you don't have that extra bonus crit thing yet.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, as he, swings and nicks off your armor, you turn around and take off his head. Which then falls off and actually rolls off of the side of the...
I see this,
banister.
right?
Yeah, you saw
I repeat
it.
again. Do you really want to do this?
And as you look down at the head, you see a small child's arm come out from beneath the porch and pull the head in.
Nice. I repeat again. Do you really want to do this?
They all still seem intent on coming after you guys. I just rolled for it just in case. The one over
You know
here.
that rose bush that you planted too, that grew? Okay. As the people are laying dead next to it, bleeding out, you notice that a couple roses bloom.
Pretty cool.
So,
They like the human blood.
Corpse roses.
Corpse roses. Corpse flowers.
Rose corpse.
they also, FYI, you guys, you can still see,
Nice.
you can still see this because your first check. They're also spaced out now, moving around in formation. Like they know that if there's a magic user, they might go AOE. So now they're all keeping a good 7 to 8.
Little
10
do
foot
they know
distance.
there's several magic users here.
I was just trying to buy us some
We
time to get rid of these
Oops, all
guys.
magic using.
Oops, all magic users.
Yep, and they're making their way up. One of the men runs over to Charmander.
Sam, look.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool.
Nice.
What's your AC?
15?
Very nice.
Take 2 damage as a guy runs over with a short sword and swings at you.
Okay.
You're waiting to see how much delay, huh?
Uh-huh.
A little bit.
It works. Alright, and the rest of the guys are still making their way up from the back. Joe, what are you doing? Your turn.
So, Grams, who invited all these to the party?
He is inside.
They've had a straight invite to come by all the time. I just thought they'd be much nicer about it than this.
I know, what a bunch of dicks, huh?
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna have some food later, too.
Plant food.
Plant food.
Any of you guys look like you need healing?
I've been.
I'm down to 28.
I'm at 15.
Charmander needs it.
Is Charmander in my line of sight?
Yes. Actually, well, no, because you're so short. Sorry, dude. It occurred to me you're really short.
Well, that's why I was
You have to
asking.
go outside to see him, because he's right now at the bottom of a banister, which has a 7-foot
I'm also
railing. which is-
surrounded by bodies.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to walk out.
Yeah, look for the pile of bodies.
I wouldn't notice on here that he's that injured, so I'd end up doing Birdie. Since she's looking a little weak at the knees.
Yep.
Oh, I'm down
You
to
just have to go to the door.
28.
What's your max?
31.
Oh, I thought you were down more than that. Okay, then you look perfectly fine then. I'm sorry.
I've been nicked.
Yeah, I suppose then I'd run over to check on Charboy.
Okay. And you would see him looking pretty fucking beaten up downstairs.
I didn't fumble.
Yeah. Don't have to roll to heal
Yeah, I
someone.
was gonna say, I think your heals are direct.
It's just how many spell points you're putting into it.
Enough to give me 2. So give me what?
So that'd be
Spell
1 spell point.
Or 2?
Oh no, it's falling.
Are you doing touch or ranged?
It's gonna have to be ranged because he's far away.
Alright, so that would be... That's like 5, 10, 15 feet.
Oh, 20.
20 foot. Alright, so that would be 4 spell points plus the extra, so 5 total.
That will do 6 for an extra 1.
Okay, so that would be 3.
use my hero point for.
What?
I think I know what I could use my hero point for.
12, 20. 20.
20? Oh, okay.
You best be pretty damn good now.
You added your spell mod to it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, roll
I have
12
more
plus
health
8, so-
than my maximum right now.
You can't go above your
Yeah, you
maximum.
can't go above
with that.
Okay, then.
Unless
I just
she
wanted to
does
make sure you're
a
good.
little song.
Alright, well then I'm at full health, thank you.
that. No
Yeah,
problem.
Aid.
I'll just keep
That's the
adding to
only
the
time-
pile.
So what are you doing now?
But she hasn't
I guess
sung that
I'll add
song
to
in
the pile.
ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you don't have to go run and
I
hide.
do this one. Oh,
Shouldn't cast it now because.
I mean, if you really want to have fun, just make yourself harder.
yeah.
You don't actually have to go melee. You can, I mean, you go with the dex melee
it's-
attack. I think it's funny, but go
I mean,
for it
I
if
have
you
a high
want.
dex, so
Go for it, then. Go jump
Yeah.
on his head.
I'll try to.
I mean, that or just, want to be really sadistic, punch him in the balls.
Yes.
I was thinking much that, you're a kobold, you're at waist level, just reach up and grab him
All right, good.
and see if you can make his balls pop like a balloon.
Oh.
So yeah, do that if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah. I'll reach.
Okay, you try to reach for the man's sack and burn him alive, which sounds
Go to
horrible.
Sweater Town.
So it'd be an attack roll.
16.
Yep.
You
Okay.
grab some balls.
So D6 damage, flame damage to his balls, plus your spell mod.
Plus my spell mod.
That's what I had more points.
8.
Yeah, I don't even think this guy, even if I did the damage out, would be able to stand.
Well, no, considering 8 points of fire damage to his crotch.
He is...
Yeah.
He's done no matter what.
He's done no matter what. Let's go with that. So
He's not
he
dead.
drops.
He's done.
He's done. He drops.
More to the pile.
I'm going to follow
He's
the
moaning, unlike the rest of the charred corpses.
Might have to take care of that later.
You going prone?
I just can't stop laughing after that.
So, also, FYI, while it's going on, you see that the guy that ran away, the one that you actually scared, one of the armed men that's coming up takes his sword and cleaves him in half.
Are they help for us?
I doubt it.
Highly doubt.
Let's see. Well, if it means anything, you see 2 hatchets come flying from them in your direction now that they're within throwing range.
Fuck.
And the 2 that threw them, one of them flies by where you were standing a minute ago and skitters off the wall where you would have been. Sky.
What do you
Hence
roll?
why I didn't stay there.
20.
The one that threw at you rolled a nat 20. Sorry. So take 6 damage. So, to answer your question, no, probably not friendly. And yes, okay, no, now it's your turn, Sky. They just keep moving forward, so that's the idea.
So did anyone else come up? Or
There's still one guy trying to scurry up the wall.
well, I'm gonna move then. Because she's got this handled.
Okay, where you
I'm
moving?
gonna move over to where he is. Yeah.
Alright.
So I can get a clear view of this army.
Yep. You see that there are approximately 20 fully armed men with big weapons walking towards you.
I gotta word this correctly. I want to use my hero point to make it rain arrows.
Roll a d20. And where are you aiming?
FYI, I don't know if you'd be able to clear that much area.
Pick a spot that you're aiming.
Yeah, but that's it though. You can't do
Middle.
The arch of your bow. Right in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a d20.
But I'm using my hero point.
I know.
Okay.
That's why you're getting a chance to roll a d20.
Hmm? 7. Plus my dex, so 9.
Okay. Now roll a d100.
That's a 93.
Okay. So, 93 points come off of your total of blood pool as 93 arrows rain down upon the center. Now, everything within a 25-foot radius of where she pointed needs to make a dex check of 9 or above in order to dodge the arrows.
One guy got hit. The
Okay.
rest just jumped.
So, roll
happened to the
3d6.
He's in the middle. The rest all just dived away like nothing.
4.
So, he gets hit with a couple arrows for 4 damage.
Poison 2.
Oh, yeah. Add the poison damage. Actually, con roll.
It's a constitution roll.
Yeah, he's not poisoned.
He's laughing. And the others are kind of laughing too. They have no fear.
Well, there goes my hero point.
But you now know how to do volley.
I learned that?
You just did it.
So you might want to write it down before someone forgets.
What are you doing, Fee?
Is there another person?
2 of them are still trying to climb up the wall.
I'm gonna swing at them.
one of them is on the wall, the other one's not up there yet. So
Then can I punch the one on the wall off?
you can try. She's almost over the edge.
7!
Surprisingly enough, she's fast for a peasant girl with a sword. You miss.
Okay.
I got something new.
Okay.
Can I use my
I can now use volley.
attack?
Well, you see, you can do 2 attacks with your sword, but it wouldn't be like you could punch and then use another attack. Your melee wasn't
No,
specific.
I was asking for my
Oh,
bonus
no. That
action
means
because
I
I
can
command the
breathe.
spirit.
Oh! I thought you wanted to grab your sword. I'm like, I'm confused.
They laugh.
Okay. Yeah, sure, go
They
ahead.
won't be
Roll
laughing
for
I
it.
can do a wide swing attack.
Soon.
with those two.
Yep.
No, the first one.
No, and then you have disadvantage on the second one, right? Is that how the wide swing works?
For the
Yeah,
spirit?
you have to make the first for any of the wided swings. It's you have to make your first attack. If you make your first attack and it hits, then you can roll a secondary attack at disadvantage for a target nearby. And you continue doing that as long as you hit. And as soon as you miss, it ends the attack.
Oh, that's
Okay.
burning inspiration.
I missed.
Yep. So he swings wide. Neither of them notice.
Keep vision, etc. Except I can't actually do
I
that.
don't think I
And
I got blood of the infernal.
these two
That's funny.
start running up the stairs when they realize that he's not actually there, and won't stop them if they charge through. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't take any damage if they run through him because it's just a spirit.
They shouldn't.
Is he physical? I asked that and I was confused. Is the spirit physical or not?
No, it's a spirit.
Yeah, so they run through.
Run through him. Oh.
They realize that he was fake.
Yeah. When he's
So
doing damage to him, he's not actually slicing into him. He's
Well-
just causing psychic damage.
2 of them realized it. The other one still doesn't.
Yeah.
He's still trying to swing at him. But
Oh, I still have 600
and-
blood.
Are they
It's
coming
like a
from
whole
me?
lot more air.
yep, they run forward at you. The one on the stairs gets up, so now you're surrounded by 3 guys. And the first one I'll roll for is the one that climbed up the stairs, which gets advantage because flanking.
Yep.
Yep. And that person hits.
21?
Yep. Takes 7 damage.
What sort of damage is it?
Piercing, so 4 damage, or 3 damage. The 2 others that come at you swing. Shit, okay. And I just rolled a natural 20 for this one. Who's got flanking, so yeah.
You need
Take
help?
12 damage.
Is that piercing or slashing?
Actually, it's what's a blunt weapon would they use for damage?
Bludgeon?
Bludgeon. Yep.
I take half damage.
Okay.
So I take
6. And then the other guy. Misses.
So, but 2 of them hit me, right?
Yep.
Can I use my counter strike on them?
They did hit her.
Yeah, but don't you have to say that after they hit? I already ran the other person
I
too.
don't know. Right?
You have to, if you counter strike, you have to specify it after the hit.
It's a reaction. So if you get hit, you can use your reaction for the round. And you haven't used a reaction this round, have you?
No, so she can still use it.
So
Okay.
if you've been hit, then you can use your reaction once to counter strike.
So I'm one of those guys you can these two.
Unless she does a wide swing.
No, she
No,
cannot do
no,
one
no.
string. It's a simple. It's a. You can attack the person that attacked you back.
No.
Ah.
10.
Yep, you miss. So okay,
Yeah.
and now you realize, and you guys all notice this at the end of my turn at the moment. The group is now on entering the manor entryway, all perfectly spaced, climbing.
Fuck.
So they're about here at this point, and they're all evenly spaced out, trying to avoid any AoE attacks like volleys. So they are making sure they're all at least now 10 feet away, and they're coming up the stairs. They're all heavily armed, full plate metal armor. They seem to be human, but more of a tribal human than the usual. Joe, what are we doing?
Hey, Grams!
What?
You got anything to help at spell points? Come on, you gotta have something in that batch.
Make a persuasion roll.
Wrong one. Persuasion. Oh. 21. was hard.
Okay.
Only +3.
She runs into the kitchen, comes back, throws you a small bottle.
Suck it down.
That's the grandmother?
Yeah, that was Gramps.
You suck it down?
Yep.
Make a constitution check.
Oh yeah, we're good. 19,
Oh, yeah.
23.
No problem. It was a 15 DC. All right, roll a 2d8.
$11.
Gain that many spell points.
Sweet. That helps.
And you feel energized, gain advantage on your next spell.
Sweet. Okay, that's it for me.
Alright, what are we doing?
That's a whole lot of guys, and I only have 2 spell points. So I don't think close quarters combat's gonna go very well. I am gonna retreat back indoors.
You moving speed will get you about here.
Yeah.
But you see me.
Yep.
I'll wave as I go by. Gesture
Yeah.
towards all my corpses.
Fuck. I want to call inside. Do you think we could get some help? There's like an army out here.
Almost as if in response. Miss. There's an explosion from above you. And 2 more explosions out in the field that don't actually hit anybody.
Take forever.
Forever, I guess.
Esther blew himself up. I rolled a 1, a 3, and like a 16.
Alright, for simplicity of movement, we're moving corpses.
Aw, my pile.
It's a beautiful pile, but I do need to move a lot more guys up there, so.
No, you don't
Does
have
the
to.
mountain
Well,
of
his-
corpses give them
His pile
disadvantage?
might have just turned to ash at this point.
Yeah, actually, that's probably accurate.
Yeah.
They've been burning and piling bodies. They're probably ash.
8 dudes.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so,
We're fucked.
it's Joe's turn now. Well,
No?
No, Joe went.
who's... Oh, it's my turn, that's right.
Yeah, you just yelled a bunch.
Joe had
all
to
you
talk
did.
to Grammy.
Anyone relatively close to the stairs.
There's a couple of guys that
Wait,
are
who's
starting.
in charge?
These 2 basically, but they're also in the middle, perfectly avoid distance away from each other, moving to forward.
Straw dropping 1 leader at a time.
I'll pop 3 arrows, and I'll go after the closest leader then.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Roll damage.
D10. I roll 3 D10s because it's 3 arrows or just 1 D10?
3. Well, it's 1 arrow or 3 arrows?
3 arrows.
Yeah, so it's D10 per arrow. And I just messaged the group chat the basics of your volley.
Thank you.
Not sure if you're
16.
interested. But...
And is it piercing?
It's blood arrows. I don't.
Piercing.
So yeah,
Piercing
Most
magical.
likely.
Piercing magical.
Okay.
Magical piercing. Plus poison as well, which is a con check.
No problem.
Yep. No. The guy. You notice that as the arrows strike into him, usually they do more damage because of his breastplate.
He takes out.
Takes half from piercing. But he roars in pain. His other men start clanging their metal 2-handed swords against their breastplates and charge forward.
Made him angry.
Well, yeah, I did attack their fucking leader. That's kind of the point.
Just making an observation.
Anger makes people do stupid
I'm sorry, Steve.
shit.
My bad. My
Then I
bad.
can use volley.
There's still 3 guys around
Them
you.
together.
Can I try to do a wide screen to try to hit?
You could try, but the one right here, she's wounded. The other 2 are pretty much fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my 2 attacks on the wounded one first.
Okay.
13 for the first one.
Doesn't it?
1.
Okay.
I think my dice want me to die today.
Certainly aren't doing any favors.
That thing is just a side quest. And if you die, I can res you. Phoenix, if you die,
They
I
all
can
try
res you.
swarming you.
Oh no.
They all try swarming you, flanking each other,
Can't talk to him
but
right
they
now.
all miss. What, 21? You do see, though, that one of the guys from the armored men takes out a throwing hatchet and hurls at you and hits you.
Oh no.
Take 5 damage.
Is it
Piercing, so take 2 damage. Also, Sky. What's your DC?
18.
Okay, one of the throwing hatchets comes flying by you and hits the wall about 4 feet to your left. But now now guys are starting to get to the stairs. There's no wall fire there now.
I could use another one.
Oh,
We could use a wall of fire.
Hint.
also, it looks like a few of the groups are heading over towards where the pile of bodies is, looking to climb up on them to get to where you are at. And these guys are wielding long
Sean.
swords.
What's an asp again?
A snake?
Okay.
So, while they're all moving up, Granny chants something under her breath, and the Skeksies, the kobold, and the tiefling all feel slightly rejuvenated and gain 12 spell points.
Well, I'm back up to all my spell points.
And she looks exhausted.
Thanks, Grams.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Too much excitement for me. And she heads back to the kitchen. I want to put her off to the side for a little bit.
Okay. So a couple more hatchets come flying towards you, Sky, but none of them get close. And now there are guys getting ready to charge up the stairs. Groups of 3, and they're wearing shields, plates, and they're wielding 2-handed swords. And as far as your corpse pile, they step right on it. They're wearing plated boots, so they don't care.
Disrespect my work.
It appears that one of the leaders is hanging back if it matters. But the rest are all getting ready to charge up. And Joe.
How you doing on health now?
Down to 22.
You're not horrible yet. 9 points, throw my wall back up again. Right?
Knick, knack, and whack would be very helpful right now.
Yeah, right?
It managed to disappear.
Yeah, we'll throw the wall back up so this way they're back to one side they can get through instead of 2.
You know, throwing it up right in front of me, like kind of like on the stairs, would be great.
We're doing this right there.
Awesome.
Okay.
May I make a slight suggestion?
Yes.
Okay. You can also cast your aura on others. And your aura gives the ability to heal from certain damage types.
I did not know that.
Right? So you have 2 people that are in touch range basically right now. One, it's not going to matter, but the other one, if you gave her the blessing with the fire for the next hour, basically, then she would gain healing from fire instead of damage from it.
And then you could put up your firewall.
Alright, we'll do it that way then.
And then if you're keeping that going, that's however many d6 so if you're doing the 9, then that's another 3d6. Firewall, right?
Yep.
So anytime she walks into it, she would take 3d6 healing.
Right. Sounds good.
That's helpful.
So that's going to give me how many spell points? 9.
So that's a free cast. And then you'd have to wait till the next round for your firewall, though.
Okay.
Because you can only cast one per round.
A hug would be nice. You're still on fire. Hug would be
So
nice.
Hug the bird.
So do you bless her with
Yes.
Okay. You feel warmth spread over you as your body is encompassed in a warm flame.
I'm on fire.
And what are the full benefits of that to let her know? She gets
Resistance to all fire. Oh shit. Resistance to magic and elemental damage. Plus you gain 1 AC.
+1 to your AC. You resist all magical damage. So you take half damage from magic.
Nice.
And you heal from fire damage.
Nice. So now my armor class is up to 19.
Well, I guess I'll take advantage of that, and
Hug her.
I'll hop onto your back like Yoda.
Okay.
Well, still on fire to...
Your flame aura is no cost.
Yeah, so he's still on fire.
So-
He never took it down.
D6 healing.
Okay.
Better than none.
5.
I also now have a meat shield. Gotta think like a kobold.
You really don't need a meat shield. They can barely hit you. You're still short.
Yeah, but at this point, now with your personal aura, your inner flame aura, you can beef up that spell damage and just keep it concentrating for a while, as well. And it's for a 10-foot radius around you. So if you did a 10-foot radius around you while on the bird, then at the beginning of each round, she would heal that damage, and everyone, when they start their turn within your heat, take that damage while she's attacking.
I like fire elementalists.
Alright.
Yeah, because I'm going to
Okay,
gain
this is
healing
just
and
some
spell
simple
points.
tactics that you could have possibly been using. And since I'm not the one leading the battle, I can actually suggest stuff like this now.
That's good to know.
What was it? Sky?
Yeah, it's my turn now.
Cool.
So,
Make a perception check. Everyone can. Actually, yep, y'all of you can.
14.
8.
Dirty 20.
Well,
So you did the net dirty 20, right? There's more track sounds coming from the end of the road, which you can hear from where you're at. You also feel vibrations from the ground.
Oh no.
That's all we see.
Are you seriously trying to kill us?
You do realize if I intended to do that, I could.
We'd already be dead.
But I'm having fun.
Fucking Tarask would come out of nowhere.
No, it's not from nowhere.
from the end of the road.
Yeah.
There's no Tarascan nowhere.
You know what I meant, not what I said.
You're not that far from a Tarask, maybe.
That could be fun.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Arrows. I'm gonna kind of do a spray shot of arrows to the guys in front of me.
Okay. How much you putting in?
I'm gonna put in 7 arrows.
Make an intelligence check to see if you can focus enough to only do 7, or if we have to roll a d10 for it.
11.
Okay.
Okay.
I would say it just barely pulls it off.
Okay.
So now do the attack roll for whatever you're aiming at.
So you're talking the group of 3 that's right at the end
Yeah.
of the stairs?
Oh, so you're doing a volley it?
Kind of, but more close range and more of a spray shot.
So we're trying to cone it?
Yeah.
So make... So what are you actually aiming at? Just the 3 of them and
Yeah.
hoping to hit them?
I'm trying to hit all of them. Each one of them.
All right. Roll to attack.
What's the total?
10.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's a good try, but the arrows shoot off in different directions.
Yes.
And you're not quite sure how to cluster them together into a cone.
Get better.
But you do see many bleeding human corpses below you as well.
That's from him, though, I'm guessing.
Yeah. You have your bonus action and movement. And you have him on your back.
And I'm on fire!
And I'm on fire.
So if I just start walking towards them... So yeah, I'm just gonna start walking towards them while on fire.
So she's going to be the firewall. Okay, move her up.
Going towards the pile of bodies.
So when they start their turn, they're going to have to roll to take damage.
Teamwork.
And
Good fire, Goblin.
Cool.
Goblin.
is that it? You moved forward.
Kind of reach down, kind of pick up the blood with my gauntlet.
Okay, roll a d20.
17.
Okay, you start draining human blood. Gain 17 charges. So write down 17 charges of human blood. See? Right?
Can I use second wind on myself?
Yeah. So that means you roll your hit die, and you can heal that much. So you just healed 10.
Yep.
Good for you.
I've been up to 26, so that's good.
Why didn't you call out and tell me you're low?
I'm way over there.
Okay, so that second wind is a bonus action.
Yep. And can I try swinging at
I assume so.
2 right here? Can I try attempt a wide swing?
Sure, go ahead.
Nice.
Okay,
Thank you for the first hit.
alright, you hit that one. Keep going.
16 with the second one.
With disadvantage on the second target.
Okay, so 16.
Okay, you hit both. You keep going.
Yeah, there's a third one standing.
There's 4. You're literally surrounded by 4 people.
16.
Okay,
I was
so
about to go to
you've
16.
now doing the swirl of death. Keep going.
Ballerina of
14.
death.
And 19.
Jesus.
You know what? I'm just
Roll
gonna have fun with it.
So that's a hit for all 4, right?
Yeah.
Roll damage.
Wait, does she need 2d8s for each target?
Plus her strength modifier.
With all those
And she
guys.
hasn't put anything bonus into her sword.
15 for the first attack.
You know what?
Just carry the damage.
Okay. I'll just add it all up then.
Honestly, you're probably gonna kill all these people with your attack.
Yeah, no, just carry the damage for each one. So if you roll damage for one, just hit them all with that same damage.
And just take that one.
It'll be
and you're
easier.
Okay.
So 15 everybody.
good. Well, that rolls like 19. So
Oh, I thought
take
it-
that one if you want.
Yeah.
You spin around in this swirl of death, your bone sword, a white hail of movement, as you're gashed through this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Basically cleaving a giant gash through the
And now
chest of
she's
4
surrounded
people.
by bodies.
And now you're surrounded by 4
So many
bodies.
piles of bodies.
That's what happens when people
I
attack.
refuse to be killed.
And the gelph spirit that you summoned disappears.
Oh no!
You didn't give it any action this turn.
I was a bit distracted.
Yep.
A little bit. Wonder why.
So, what's your AC again?
21.
So the 2
7,
hatchet men
31.
hurl hatchets at you and both hit you.
Okay.
I'm just throwing the dice. What do you want from me?
Probably if
I
I
think so.
hit me.
Okay, so one of them does 10, so 5. The other does 4, so 2 and 5. So 7 total from 2 hatchets.
Nice.
And these guys all start. They're very tall, so they're actually climbing it very quickly. One falls. on his ass. He's not dead, he just fell. And 2 of them make it. Another guy starts trying to move this way. These guys move up. Just for fun. Yeah, this last remaining wounded human, he backhands her off the railing. She's just very dead when she hits the ground as they charge up the stairs.
Doesn't
She
still
lands
have
in
a
the rose
up
bush,
there?
and the branches start to wrap themselves around the body.
Of this one?
Yep.
Okay.
So
It
I
does-
could use my modified growth to have the plant extend itself to wrap around the guys in front of it, right?
Well, they're on the
Yeah,
stairs
turn.
moving up. You're on the... That's on the ground there.
Right, but she
Right
had
here.
it cast
Oh, yeah.
earlier.
Right,
Yeah.
these 3 right there could be grabbed by
That's all within like a 10-foot range of the plant.
Yeah.
You can also use modified growth to make the plant bigger.
And these
That would be
guys...
your next turn.
Yep, and these guys get to you before that. And... did you didn't attack them? Okay, so... One of them does swing at you and hits. Take 6 points piercing, so 3. The other guys didn't make it up the stairs. Oh, didn't make it up that. So these guys now. Other combat phase. And you now...
So 3 damage and what else?
That's all for those, for that guy. The others, these 2 that you're flaming, right?
I'm literally a human bird torch.
Alright, this one doesn't get away quick enough and starts burning. Takes 5 damage. Okay. The other one does back off enough, but they're carrying long swords. So, what's the melee damage? 6?
Longsword is a D10.
So, even though this one takes damage, he can still swing. You're flaming, you're not.
19 and above.
Oh yeah, beginning of each of their turn, everyone within 10 feet is going to take 3d6 damage. Roll that fire damage.
3d6.
Because that's how many points you put into it, if I remember right.
Yep. Plus your
Plus your
spell
spell
mod.
15.
So you heal 15 points too.
Nice.
And the one that
Just make
couldn't
sure
get
you
out of the damage. Alright, these 2 are able to back up enough, but the other one isn't, and he starts burning alive. But he's still swinging. He swings at Sky. Misses horribly.
Well, I'm fully healed.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't forget.
What's your...
Fire.
19.
You see a couple guys start throwing hatchets at you. One of them hits.
Okay.
Take 8 damage.
Are you kidding? Between the blessing and fire boy, she's the flaming tank bird.
You're gonna murder you into a
The
tank.
flaming paper tank bird.
It's okay, because Fee's gonna be next.
Now, this one comes
My
forward
character's not
and
dead.
starts chanting. Electric bolt. What's your AC is 19?
19.
22. So, all of a sudden,
So
you're...
that would have hit both of them because he's
Yep.
on top of
Yeah,
her.
you're an
Yeah, I'm
accessory.
able to have a wing on her
So,
back.
2...
Who casted that?
This guy
He needs to die.
Yeah.
takes 17 damage electric.
Ouch.
Make a con check, both of you.
I'm down to 6.
And you were full.
Saving?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a DC 13.
14?
You made it.
You're not stunned.
You're not stunned.
Okay.
Reroll that.
It was an 18.
Keep it.
Take it.
Keep it.
I love that. Reroll that. It's 18. Take it. Take it. Immediately.
Neither of you are stunned.
And Joe, your turn.
I'm paying attention
I'm
to
going
the
to
time,
take care
so.
of this.
I am too.
Alright, so I'm gonna cast the elemental now, fire elemental on Fee now.
We're gonna have to
cantrip.
continue this next Wednesday.
You'd have to go to touch her.
Yeah, and she's got a lot of guys in between you and her. And they'll attack you if you run by them, I think.
What's your max movement?
40.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 35. You could just barely reach her standing on the corpse.
That's fine. I don't mind stepping on people.
I counted it out. 40 movement.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know.
Fire.
I mean, but he ran right by 2 guys. Do they
Yep.
get to attack of opportunities?
And out of their range. So yes, you get 2 attack of opportunities.
Sorry, man.
No problem.
Yeah. What's your AC?
Skeksies.
Can I activate my Ring of Blur before I run or no?
Yeah, it would have had to say it
No
beforehand.
problem. That's what I figured.
One of them hits you, the other one, what's your AC?
18.
Okay, so actually both hit you, sorry.
Okay,
One
no
roll 22. 17 damage and 10.
27 damage. Damn.
These guys are carrying big swords.
But as long as you're still standing by the time you get there,
Yep,
because
you
he
can
didn't
still do
give
it.
any of them Sentinel,
Nope.
then you can touch her. And what are you blessing her with?
Same thing I gave Sky.
You're going to do fire?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know why you don't do electricity, because apparently there's an electromancer in
They actually probably didn't see any of that, honestly. You guys are on the other side dealing with other problems. Magic is fun.
Is it?
I never actually used magic to attack.
Isn't it great?
It's fun.
It is.
It is. Especially when you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
So, okay.
That's why I was so looking forward to those clerics that were down in that place that you guys all ran off on when you both closed.
Your turn now, right? I think.
Yeah.
Make a perception check, everyone.
Conform to the light bearer? Paladin?
Oh my god, I forgot about that!
Dirty
No one said
20.
anything about the
30,
library
20?
this time?
No.
10,
I'm saying
5.
I meant from last week because I never heard that part.
Oh, yeah, they converted.
Okay, so day 20, 5,
5.
10, 5. Well, you kind of notice that there's some traffic behind the building coming in there, like boats.
Are you seriously trying to kill us?
Like I've said before, if I wanted to do
Happy
that, you'd be
Halloween.
dead. But yep, you notice it. It looks like a
You're
boat.
killing us slowly. That is what you are doing.
If I was trying to kill you, you'd be dead.
Was I the only one who noticed that?
Yeah, by far. It was a DC 17.
Ooh.
Just because, of course, they're not busting in the house yet.
Yeah, and it's getting late too, so.
Oh, why do you think I told
Yeah,
you?
that's why the last wave came out earlier than expected.
Expected.
Usually you'd have to kill all these other things before they came out.
Yeah. But, yep, and also for the... Actually, you guys who did make above 10, which is you.
I was at 10.
Yep, you're at 10, which is enough. You realize that there are big creatures now coming up on the path. Creatures that are like 17 feet tall, 20 feet tall. Looks to be a owl bear and a minotaur. A wild minotaur, a tamed minotaur. And between them seems to be a wolf rider and a big dude with a chain whip. Yeah, that's exactly what you see. And they're coming up the road after the main group.
Oh, if only Mara were here.
Okay, now I believe I'm done. So it's Charmander.
Okay, so in a bit of a pickle right now. Guess I'll.
I'd suggest running.
Yeah, you know what?
He's on her back.
I'm telling her to run. I guess would be more accurate.
I'm gonna leap back off of her, try to get back inside.
Where the hell are you going?
I don't want to get shocked again.
Okay, so that's now out of range, so she's not going to get healing from your fire anymore.
Cool, she can follow.
Unless you tell her to. Otherwise,
Okay, and
Hey, if I get hit by another one of those bolts, I'm dead.
I
It's
don't
like
think she'll be that much better off, honestly.
No! I have 6 HP!
I mean, you could flamethrower her.
this will be
and-
fun. Okay, so what else you doing?
Fuck it, yeah, I'll flamethrower her. I'll put a couple extra points into it.
You're only gonna be able to hit one guy if you do it from where you're standing. And her. But, you know.
I'll pump.
You also have create fire
I do.
at location where you can create a cube of fire.
Oh.
Yeah, around me.
Yes. So
Do it.
I'm good. Yeah, that's a better idea. I'll create fire on you.
Thank you.
I'll put 3 extra spell points into that.
Okay, so that would give you 4d6 fire damage to you directly, and everything within a 10-foot radius of you.
4.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But she'd get healed from the flame.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13.
As you summon that fire onto her, You're like, okay, I wasn't supposed to do this to anyone, but I'm allowed to do this now. Yay! Flame erupts off of you in every direction, filling the entire corridor, 10 feet around you, healing you for how much?
I was at 6 and now I'm at 19, so I rolled.
How much did you roll?
13.
Actually, you should be rolling because it's your spell damage.
I rolled anyway. 'Cause...
You need to roll anyway because
damage.
other people within range
yeah,
are going to be hitting
roll
with
for
it.
Damage.
Just
I rolled for healing myself,
Uh,
but I guess that was wrong.
4, 8, 14.
Plus your spell mod?
Yeah, 14.
Okay. So you would have gained 14 hit points.
I'll just.
So that would put you at 21. You said you were at 7, right?
19. Now I'm at 20. I was at 6.
Okay. So, yeah, everything within 10 feet of her also takes that.
Yeah, the guy who was standing in front of you that originally took your first damage, he drops to his knees screaming in agony as he's roasting alive again.
Music to my ears.
The other guys are just out of range. So they all kind of take a step back.
Can I, intimidate them with that?
Make an intimidation roll.
Yeah.
What?
Can I help him with it? By putting my neck in a creepy angle?
The situation is helping.
Yeah.
12.
No.
No.
Damn it.
One of them takes a half step back. The rest don't seem to be fazed by it.
Now, is the cube focused on me or where I was?
Her.
You.
So if I move now,
Well, it only lasts a round.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a burst.
Okay, so yeah, I'm running inside.
Okay. Well, that makes my job easier. Do you run inside?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk in just at the right point that the back doors of the manor burst open and people start flooding in. You see that appear to be... You could make a history check, I won't bother because we got time constraints. But they're rogues. They're like hired assassins that look to be storming into this place from the back.
Who did this family piss off?
Evidently, everyone. Best way I can describe it. And they just come charging in. You notice that the female host, I don't actually never said her name. Don't think we ever did.
Nope.
Militia.
That was better than what I had, actually.
Changed a couple vowels.
Malicious.
Malicious.
She waves her hand, and two of the people that burst in through the door all of a sudden have thorn bushes start ripping out of the ground and grappling them,
Nice.
pulling them toward the wall in a menacing way.
As they begin to bleed, red roses bloom.
Nice.
Yeah, the others start hurling daggers a lot into the poor woman, and
They just stick into her flesh.
they don't seem to be that phased. But they all start to come into the building from the back, and you count at least 8 of them, 2 of which are being grappled, so 6. That's what you see.
So you still have your action.
I'll take a shot at one of them, I guess.
Okay.
The one that's closest to her. So the one to the side, yep.
Yeah. The other ones are being pulled into the wall by violence.
You could probably volley them.
Would that hurt her? That's... You know what? Never mind.
Aim it for right.
She just took...
Yeah, so I guess I'll just aim it behind them and I'll volley them. So...
Okay, roll to attack.
8.
Okay, so they all have to make a dex check and beat an 8. Roll a d100.
46.
Okay, so...
Yeah, they just out of the way. They all rolled above 8, 17. They're rogues. They dodge your... They bend and contort around the bullets. Sorry, they just rolled high.
Just managed to dodge each and every one. Wasn't quite as effective as last time.
Just means you gotta try it again.
Sorry.
All set?
Yeah. Can't really do anything else, so...
right, Fee, what are you doing? You gonna do that modified plant growth to try and get the rose bush like you said?
Yeah.
There's 3 guys in the range of the rose
Yeah,
bush.
I want to see if I could get the rose bush too.
Alright, roll your spell.
Yeah. 19?
Okay, and you... So, your normal would make it grow. Are you putting in any extra spell points to increase its range?
4.
Huh?
4.
4? Okay, so how many... So 4 for its range, and then how much for any extra damage?
I thought that's what the spell points were for the damage.
You can also add spell points for the range, so it's how far out you're ranging it. So at 4 spell points, that's going to give you a good 15-foot range.
Which would be enough.
Okay, which will be enough to compass all the 3 of those. So do you also want to add spell damage?
Yeah.
Okay, how many spell points do you want to put in for that?
3.
3? Alright, roll 4 on d6, I believe. Is your spell damage still, right?
Spell damage? I don't know.
Okay. And what is your spell save?
Spell save is 15.
Alright, each of them have to make a strength check or be grappled.
That one
AC
made it.
15. Okay.
But the rest didn't.
Can I add my,
Yep.
Yep.
16?
Jeez. Okay, so these thorny branches reach out and start entangling themselves. They fully entangle 2 of them, rooting them into place, okay, and start draining the blood as red roses begin to blossom off of the plant. The 3rd guy is able to avoid being grappled by it, but is still damaged by the thorns.
No.
Okay. The 2 that you just grappled, unable to do anything for it. This other one throws another hatchet at you. Misses. At this moment, you guys can see without difficulty is that the beasts that were coming up don't seem bothered by the armed men, and they're start entering the building. This one is going to probably start climbing up past the bodies. It stomps right past your bushes, completely unfazed. Unless you want to try to grab it on your next turn. You can do that, I guess. And just start stepping over the corpses. Sorry, Charmander, you're standing at the top of the stairs, which means they can see you. That's where it is, dude. Sorry, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so one of them throws a hatchet and misses, the other one hits.
Alright.
Great, we're gonna kill a character today.
It happens.
How much life do you have left?
15.
11 damage. You're still alive.
I have 4.
So this thing starts flapping its wings, because it does have wings, and
Is it an owl bear?
yes, it's a straight up owl bear. Comes in and would you like to make an agility check? Or dex
Yes.
check?
Ooh,
Yes.
a
Because
lunge attack.
It's a lunge attack to the door. Thankfully it didn't see you when it jumped.
Dexterity saving throw?
Sure.
9.
No.
So yeah, this owl bear
That would be
flaps
2
its wings,
D10 plus its strength mod.
which is like
Wow! We're gonna kill off the whole party today!
Yay, TPK.
Just you 3.
20 damage.
I'm dead.
You-
I
okay.
had 20. I had 20 hit points.
So you're
I'm
down.
rolling dice here, alright? Don't hate
Okay,
me.
so she's down at the moment.
Yep. So this owl bear jumps forward, flaps its wing, smashes in the door, chomps you. And you're pinned to the ground by its beak.
Okay, so
The others keep heading up toward the stairs for you, Charmander.
Wonderful. I'm gonna get beaten to death.
And then it's the ones that are near you. Sorry, I'm making more on the table. There's a lot of minis.
Doesn't he still have his aura on there?
yeah, so
Wouldn't they be taking damage?
Alright, so the first
I'm
one.
with the owlbear also, because it's right next to me.
Yep. So you're right.
Its feathers would be catching on fire.
Doesn't quite work that way usually with the
It's
owlbears.
heat. It's different. But yep, they take damage.
But no, she was on fire too, so the owlbear would be taking that.
Yep, it would be taking the direct fire damage from that. So
Right,
Yep.
but he wouldn't actually catch on fire.
no,
No.
it's more synthetic than
Yeah.
feathers.
So it's 3d6?
Yep. So you have the damage on these two, and
7,
11.
15.
okay. So both of these guys take damage, and
Now,
they're
do you
burned.
heal that too? Does your inner fire heal you from fire?
Not that I know of.
No, and Sky, and I think Sky, you're just out of range. That your
Yeah.
heat won't affect you.
Gives me immune to cold and poison, but that's about it.
Okay.
Okay, I was trying.
Well, she still does have the aura on her, so he
Or no,
could-
wait. Heal HP equals fire damage taken. Oh, but I haven't taken.
Yeah, you
fire.
didn't take
Nah,
direct
so never
fire
mind.
damage. That's why I was asking.
The two guys that are near you, the two longswordmen, they both swing at you and miss.
That's good to know.
Yep. And that giant tamed wild minotaur is climbing, kind of getting ready to climb the wall.
That one is Zamog, right? In the
Yes.
center. Have him go up to Morticia.
Being malicious.
Yeah. He comes out with his rapier and starts whacking away at everybody. Nobody's downed. He's trying. Anything else for you this turn?
One of the guys is able to rip herself out of the vines that Morgana, or whatever we're calling her, attached with. The other guy is still having trouble. But yep, that's it for my turn. So,
Are any of them attacking this round?
yep. Two of them immediately dash towards Morgana. One fails miserably and ends up stumbling and falling. The other one hits with a weapon that doesn't appear to do much damage.
Nope.
So, and the other guys that attack the male,
And he's defending them all off with the rapier.
yeah, so they're fine. Yep, okay. Joe, what are you doing?
Ring of Lore activated as my bonus.
Okay.
Okay, now. Can I cast dual firebolt? One over at Fee and one over at Sky.
You can cast one firebolt, and you can hope that it double casts with your double cast ability.
Let's go with that then.
That I don't think you've used for any of your other stuff that you could have rolled for.
Yeah, no, I forgot all about it. Sorry, I'm used to this system here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I need to get
it's
Greg
9:20. I gotta.
home.
Do you want me to finish it up?
So
We could save the rest for next
the
week.
fight continues until everything goes black. And then we can just call it from there, and we can continue on from the next point at that point. If that's okay with all of you,
Yeah.
since you seem to be in a hurry to quit.
Well, it's not that. I need to get him home. His dad comes and picks him up.
my ride's
so-
gonna be here at 9:30, so
Okay.
I don't have too much longer.
So, yep, you pass out from, because obviously wave after wave, okay? And everything goes black.
Granny, help!
All right, so we're going to leave it here then, and we will continue it next week.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry, none of you are rolling new characters.
Yay.
Okay.
Right, thank you.
But be prepared to do a lot of rolling next time. You don't seem happy.
Just wasn't expecting to, go down to 0 hit points today.
It happens.
It does happen.
Fighting
It's
Harvey.
Halloween special. Or Halloween special.
Or her.
So if it makes you feel any better, not all of us would have to re-roll a character.